Hey y'all, Happy New Year. It's Sherry. I am here with Hecate's Needle. And, well, hi. I am joined by the adorable little jelly bean. This little jelly bean. He's supervising today. The lovely Artemis is not with us today. She is outside with her daddy. She's helping, like Jelly Bean's helping me. But anyway, it's New Year's Day, January 1st, 2025, and I am here with a beginning of the year WIP parade. Excuse me. All the packing has stirred up all the dust, and so I've got all kinds of sinus things going on. Yay! But anyway, we're here for our beginning of the year WIP parade, and I am going to go through these in order from oldest WIP to newest WIP. I'm actually organized. I mean, it's easy to be organized when those are the only thing that haven't been packed, because yes, my craft room is a sea of boxes. Yay! So, anyway, on with the WIP parade. So, as I said, I've got my little journal here that has my list of WIPs, works in progress. And we are doing these in order from oldest WIP to newest. So, let's get going. The first one we've got is not that one. Why is it not that one? I don't understand. Because it's this one. The first one we've got is in my handy little bag made by me. And it is a Mill Hill buttons and beads kit. This one is Moonstruck. I love it. I actually started this one on Christmas Day of 2021. I know that's sad. The problem is since then we have had kittens who like to help. And beads and kittens don't mix. But now that the kittens are older, I can get more done. So what I've done thus far, as you can see, I've got quite a bit done, but I still have quite a bit left to go. I've got it figured out. In the afternoon when the cats are asleep, that's when I do the beading. In the evening when they're awake, that's when I do just plain cross stitch. I've got a method and it works. But this one is my oldest WIP, and my goal is to finish it this year. It's been going on too long. It's 3 years old. It needs to be done. Kittens or no kittens. So that's my oldest WIP. And I'm using all kit materials. I didn't change anything out. So, the next one we've got is my botanical black work. This one is escaping me for the moment for some reason. I don't know why. It is housed in my little puppies and puppies bag. Is that a cat? No, that's a dog. It's in my puppy bag, made by me. This one is a project by the Steady Thread, and they do a free botanical black work stitch along every year. This one was from 2023. Now, I began this one on May 1st of 2023, of course, halfway through the stitch along, but I have gotten done that much. I've gotten the first row, and this is a block of 7 by 7. So I still have a ways to go. And I didn't choose to do it in black. I didn't want to. I'm just using DMC floss. The fabric is a 14 count Ada, and it's just in light blue. I kind of ran out of steam on that one. I don't know why. I love it. I like it. And it actually stitches up pretty quick. That is another one I'm going to try to get done this year, because I hate having projects that aren't that big just languishing for years. There's no excuse for it. But that's my second WIP. Next, we have another stitch along, which I did not do as a stitch along. I will be perfectly honest with you. This one is housed in my little black kitty bag made by me. This one is by Satsuma Street, and it is the 4 Elements stitch along. I do not have the picture of it printed out, but I will insert a picture here. This one I began May 19th, 2023. And I have completely finished the water element and have begun on the earth element. This one is a big project. I don't know that I will finish it this year, but I would like to. But it is a big project. As I said, this is just water. You have earth, air, and fire. So it's going to be a huge circle. But I will make an attempt to finish it this year. We'll put it that way. This is being stitched on just a 14 count Ada in black. And I really like the black with the colors. The colors just seem to pop on it. I love it. It is all DMC floss. Nothing fancy. I didn't change anything out. The next one. Now this one is a kit, and it is in another bag made out of that. This is a stamped kit that my mother sent me. I began this in June 19th of 2023. This, I think, is one of those no-name knockoff kits. This is the only information I have. There is no brand name, no anything, just a photo of some lilacs. My mother sent this to me for Christmas in 2022. She had just tucked it in with my Christmas gifts. She had found it for 99 cents somewhere and just sent it to me. Now obviously it's a stamped kit, and I just used all the kit materials. It is a stamped kit. It is on like an 11 count Ada or canvas. I think it's Ada. So it's hard to tell what I've done and not done. I've filled in a lot of this. I'm currently working on filling in this gray along the bottom. I filled in all of this pink, and I filled in some of the confetti stitches. The dark red there, those are ones that I've filled in. This one, I don't know that I will finish it this year. I probably won't. This one is difficult for me to stitch. I have arthritis in both hands because I'm old. And this, even as much as I have worked with it, is so stiff that it makes my hands hurt. Now, that being said, for Christmas, my son got me a stand, so I may try it on that. And if that helps, then I can get a lot more of this done. But as it stands now, because normally I stitch in hand, this gets maybe an hour at a time, and that's about it. If the stand doesn't help with that one, then what I might do is just make it so that I do like an hour a day until it's done, just to get it off the books. Typically I don't do stamped kits. I prefer counted, but you know, my mom sent it to me, so I'll stitch it. The next one is another stitch along. I began this one it is housed in this bag made by me. I began this one June 15th of 2023. This was the stitch along from Owl Forest Embroidery, and it was Treasure Island. Now, again, I did not do this as a stitch along. I didn't even discover it until it was halfway done, or they were halfway through with it. I have done this much. Not a lot. I don't know if I will finish this year. I might not. We'll see. We'll just have to see. My hands are full right now, but I'll get to plans at the end. This is being stitched on a 16 count Aida, and I tea-dyed it myself. I am using all the called for colors in DMC, and you know, it's not that I mind stitching it. I really like it. It's just that I overwhelmed myself this year. Too many stitch alongs. Too many stitch alongs, and it's nobody's fault but my own. But we'll see what I can get done on that one. The next one is a Riola's kit. It is housed in my sea turtles and seahorses bag. Now this one is a Riola's, and it was a gift from my husband last Christmas, and it was actually my Christmas / birthday start, and it is the Maine Coon. Now he got me this one because this looks exactly like our cat Lucy. We've since lost her. She was old, but it looks exactly like her. So he got me this one. Now this one I am almost finished with. I don't have a whole lot left. This one will be finished this year, and probably the first half of the year. It's just coming along nicely. There we go. As I said, this one is almost done. I don't have a whole lot left. So I fully expect to have this one done probably, well, in my plans video I said before spring, but with moving, maybe not, but surely before summer. all I have to do is finish filling in the face and a little bit more of the rough, and then she's done. I am using all kit materials. It is the 10 count Ada in just black, and it's the acrylic yarn, which I will say I'm not really a fan of the acrylic yarn. I mean, it's nice. It's just, it's so fuzzy that it gets lint everywhere. But this one will be finished this year. And I actually began that December 29th of 2023. So it's a year old. That one is finished. The next one I have will be finished soon. Very soon. This was a stitch along done this year. It was by Pixel Pixie, and it is the Beautiful Biomes. This one, I have all the pieces. They have released the last piece. I have all the pieces. I just have to sit down and stitch it. And it is this far. All I have left to do is this part and this band, and it will be finished. And like I said, they've released the parts. I just have to stitch them. And with packing every day until almost bedtime, I haven't had time to do that. But it will be done, and it will probably be my first finish of the year. I began this one April 1st of 2024. I have loved every minute of it. Now I am stitching this on a 14 count Ada. It is by Fiber on a Whim, and it is in the colorway Sand. And I'm using black anchor floss. And I love it. I'm loving how it's turning out. It's so nice. And I can't wait to get it finished and hanging on the wall. The next one I've got is in my bright kitty cat bag. This is one I began April 25th of 2024. And it is the Bee Mandala by Doreen Jones. This one is from the World of Cross Stitching, May of 2021. And I began it April 25th of 2024. My hair's tickling my nose. But this one I'm using all the called for floss. The fabric is a 14 count Ada by Witch's Garden Crafts, and it is in the color Frosty. And it is one that I got with my when I was getting the Fabric of the Month club. I have gotten this much done. I started in the center and I'm just working my way out. As you can see, I've begun working on the bees. I don't have a lot done on this one, but again, I got started on all these stitch alongs and everything else just kind of got neglected, and that's my fault. I'm using all DMC floss, all the called for colors, but that's the Bee Mandala. Next one is another stitch along because I'm crazy. And this one is in another lovely sea turtle bag. This one I feel like everyone has seen. And it's The Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow. I didn't get far on it. Honestly, I love the design and I will finish it. I don't know that I'll finish it this year. I'll do what I can. I kind of lost interest because the frame is so huge and was such a massive undertaking that I couldn't get it done in time. And then all the pieces that went in with it just kept piling up, and I got overwhelmed. So I am treating this as just a normal project, and I'm just going to get it done when it gets done. This was just too massive to be a good stitch along for me. Others were fine with it, but for me, because I tend to get overwhelmed. And like I said, I did so many stitch alongs last year that I overwhelmed myself. That's all me. But I'm using all of the called for DMC floss. I am using a 14 count Ada. It is in minty green and it is an opalescent. Although, of course, on the camera you can never see the sparkle. Yeah. But I love the design and I'll finish it. It's just, I didn't. But I will. I don't know that I'll get it finished this year though, because it is a huge design. And I'm not going to stress myself out. I refuse. I began that one April 29th of 2024. The next one, another stitch along, because I did this to myself. This one I want to try to get finished this year. I don't know that I will, but I'm going to try. And it is the stitch along by Nocta Flora Designs, and it is Vampirum. I did not get a lot done because I overwhelmed myself, but I got that part done. I got, I think, pieces 1, 2, and 3 done, possibly. And the only reason I stopped stitching it was because I was so overwhelmed. Absolutely overwhelmed. I began this May 14th. I am using a 14 count Ada from Witch's Garden Crafts in the colorway Batavia. And I'm just using the called for DMC. I love it. And honestly, these stitch up fairly quickly. That is one thing I absolutely love about Nocta Flora Designs, is that her designs generally stitch up really quickly. And I don't have to rip out stitches a lot, and I love her designs. I just overwhelm myself. But as I said in my plans video, I am not doing any more stitch alongs this year. The only 2 I will make an exception for are Nocta Flora. If they do another one, I will do it. And the the free Halloween stitch along from Fat Quarter Shop. I usually do those, but they're quick and they're done in a month. The next project I have, this one I started on June 20th. It was my summer solstice start, and I got a very tiny start. As I said, I overwhelmed myself, and that's my fault. It's all on me. And I only got a few little stitches done, and it is embarrassing. If I can find the picture. Where's the picture? This one is being housed in my Animal Crossing bag, which gives you a good idea of what this project is. This is my Animal Crossing Polly Pocket design. It is just a chart by, there it is. It is a chart by Glitch Stitch AU, and there it is. This is a huge chart. and it's got lots of intricate details. I have an embarrassing start. I really do. Oh, well, I've been looking for those forever and a day. Okay. That's my start. That's it. That's as good as I got. I intend to get more done on this one this year. I don't know if I will finish it. I will try, but we'll see. I want to stitch this for my daughter. Like I said, I don't know if I'll get it done, but I'm going to try to get it done for Christmas. I may not. I'm using the called for DMC. The fabric is a 14 count Aida. It is in the color Touch of Blue. I need to put these away. But you know what? I just realized I never put the floss on floss drops. Okay. Interesting. But alright, whatever. But that one, like I said, that was my summer solstice start. I started it June 20th. Eek. It's gonna fall. Avalanche. Now the next project is my big, gigantic full coverage because I'm crazy. This is a chart by Winkin, Blinkin, and Odd, and it is the Dark Elf 1. I love this chart. Like I said, it is a large full coverage. I currently have this much done. I'm working on page 1 in black. This is being done on a 16 count white Aida. No point in using a fancy fabric if it's just going to be a full coverage. But that's what I have done thus far. I think it's somewhere around 600 stitches. I began that one August 5th of 2024. Which was stupid of me because that's when I started Christmas stitching. And Christmas stitching quickly took over everything. The next one I have, this was another stitch along. And I don't, it will be done this year. It will be finished. This was the Study of Skulls stitch along by the Stitch Crypt. And I've done a good bit of it. The only reason I got behind, I was keeping up with it. The only reason I got behind was in December because I was trying to finish the Christmas gifts. And so I got behind. But this will, I don't have much left. And this will be finished. It will be finished quickly. But that's what I've gotten done so far. I like I said, I don't have much left. This is being stitched on a 14 count, 14 count Aida. I dyed it myself. And I'm using all DMC floss, all the called for colors. I've enjoyed it. I really have. It's been a nice, fun, easy, quick stitch. Like I said, the only reason I got behind and didn't get it finished was because I was monogamously stitching on my Christmas gifts. But now that those are out of the way, I could get back to it, and this will be done fairly quickly once I have the time to sit down and actually stitch. I began that one August 30th, 2024. The next one is another stitch along because I'm stupid. It's in my little Halloween bag made by me, and I'm sure that gives you a clue as to what's in it. This was the Haunted Hollow Stitch Along. And it was by really? Doesn't say. I know who it's by, right? Stay Platinum Stitchery. I was going to say, I know who it's by. What in the world? This is by Stay Platinum Stitchery. I started this with no intention of doing it as a stitch along. I started it because I was in the mood for some Halloween stitching. And I started it September 13th. And I just thought it was a cute little design. I don't have a lot done, but I did get the first little ghosty and the Haunted Hollow part done. As I said, I didn't intend this to be a stitch along. I am using a 14 count Aida by Witch's Garden Crafts in the colorway Lake Lanier. I just thought it was the perfect fabric for this stitch along. I'm using the Called For DMC. And I actually did and have enjoyed the part that I've stitched. It's just, as I said, Christmas, because we do that to ourselves. That one should be finished next year. That's my goal, but we'll see. And that's it. Those are the WIPs that I already have going into 2025. I have other projects that I have kitted up entirely that are waiting to be started next year. But I have not started them yet. Now, that being said, let's discuss a little more about my plans. My last video, I had a basic outline of plans. We are packing to move to another state. Our original closing date was going to be January 24th. Now they are talking about moving it up to the 14th, which we're fine with. All we're waiting for is an inspection. That's all we're waiting for. And then we'll be able to close. That being said, I've not had a lot of time to stitch. But once we get there, I can pace myself. It won't be a frenzy of packing. And I'll be able to stitch again. I've not been able to stitch the last week. I've just been packing from morning to night. And we've made lots of trips to half-price books to get rid of books that we don't want to move and things like that. But I have kept my projects out just in case. But anyway, once we get moved and settled in, my plans, I discussed it in my plans video. I've got the Spin the Wheel app set up on my tablet. I've got all my WIPs in it, okay? And I've also downloaded another app that will trace or track how many stitches you've put into a project and how many are still needed, so that I'll have an idea for goals like the Maine Coon. I know I don't have that many stitches left of that one. So what I'll be able to do is plug those numbers into that app, and it'll tell me, okay, if you want it done by this month, say, okay, March. In January and February, you have to do this many stitches per month. So it'll give me an idea of what I can do. Ow! My desk jumped up and bit me. It'll give me an idea of what I can do to get these things done. Not next year, it's this year now, as of today. This year is going to be my stitch from stash. I want to get a lot of these things done, especially like the kits and some of the smaller patterns. I want to get them done. I want to get them out of my stash. There's no point in having them if I'm not going to stitch them. So I want to stitch them. Now, those are the smaller projects. Bigger projects, I do have one. I have Bellatrix by Bella Filipina. That one is all kitted up and ready to start next year. I don't know when I'm going to start it. It won't be until after I finish some of these because I have too many projects on the go at one time. They're stressing me out. I know the Maine Coon, the Beautiful Biomes, and the Study of Skulls. Once I have those 3 finished, I intend to start Bella Filipina. Now the rest of my projects are larger. They are bigger. So what I'll do once I start Bella Filipina, that will be my other large project. And then there will be no more large projects until I finish some of these. I will start stitching smaller ones. That way I can get some finishes. But that's my plan. I haven't had a chance to sit down and plug any numbers into my Stitch app. Boxes have ruled my life the past week. But I do want to get those numbers plugged in so that I'll know, all right, today I'm stitching, I'm spinning the wheel, it's on Treasure Island, I need to do this many stitches. Cool, done. And like I said, with the stamped kit, what I may do is just do 100 stitches each day till it's finished. That way I can get it off. Get it off my list, get it done, get it finished. I will probably turn it into a cushion. I don't think I'll hang it on my wall, but I will probably turn it into a cushion and be done with it. So those are my plans. Now, all of this hinges on after we get moved. Now, right now, I will say, if I have a minute to sit down and stitch in the evening, once we call it quits on the packing, I will be working on finishing the Beautiful Biomes because it is so close. It is so close to being done. And then the next focus after that one is finished will be the Study of Skulls. That way I can get those done off my list. So those are my 2 focuses. And then once those are finished, I will focus more on the Maine Coon to get it finished because it's almost done. I think it's at like 89%. So I don't have much left on it, but those are my plans. But anyway, January 1st, Happy New Year. I hope all of your year this year is amazing for all of you. I don't know that I will film again before we move because we may be moving in 2 weeks and I film every 2 weeks, so we might be closing that day. So what I'm gonna do is say I will see you the first week of February. And if you see me earlier, great. If not, you'll know. I'll see you in February. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful new year, a year full of blessings, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.